The NBA is known as a league where the best basketball players around the world play basketball to win a championship. However, the NBA is also known as the League of Giants. And these guys can make 7-footers look like guards. So without further ado, here are the 10 tallest NBA players in NBA history. Number 10, Ralph Sampson, 7'4". The man might look skinny as heck, but don't let that fool you. The man was a four-time All-Star, 1985 All-Star Game MVP, 1983-1984 Rookie of the Year, and that's just a portion of his resume. Injuries did slow Ralph down a bit, but he was still a legend in his own right, with injuries. So if he wasn't so injury-prone, imagine how good he would be. He would be one of the best centers and power forwards to ever live. Number 9, Simbular, 7'5". Simbular was the first Indian descent to ever play in the NBA. And the reason he got a contract was because the owner of the Kings gave him a 10-day contract, and the owner of the Kings happened to be Indian. So it only made sense for him to sign Simbular. But the main reason they did sign Simbular was mainly for marketing reasons. But after a 10-day contract, the Kings didn't re-sign him, so he never got to play any more NBA basketball after that 10-day contract expired. But he will always be remembered as one of the tallest NBA players ever to play in the NBA. Number 8, Pavelpa Cousin, 7'5". Pavel didn't play much in the NBA, however, he is still counted in this list because he did play in the NBA. Pavel actually got drafted pretty high in the 2004 draft, and the Utah Jazz selected him in the first round as the 24th pick. But the Jazz traded him to the Dallas Mavericks on draft night, where he only played 6 games. Well, at least he's still one of the tallest NBA players of all time. Number 7, Taco Fall, 7'5". Taco's only been in the NBA for now 2 years. And now he is the 7th tallest NBA player of all time on this list. Taco has just played for the Boston Celtics currently, and he's barely getting any sort of minutes. However, Taco has managed to block 21 shots in his career, which might not seem like a lot, but with the minutes he's getting, 21 shots blocked is pretty impressive. Number 6, Chuck Nefft, 7'5". Chuck got drafted by the Rockets in 1982. He got drafted as the 3rd pick in the 3rd round. There were 7 rounds, so going 63rd in the draft was pretty high back then. Chuck played for 9 seasons in the NBA, and in 1985, the Lakers won a championship, and Chuck was playing on the Lakers. Well, he didn't play because he didn't play a single minute, but he was on the roster. But since he won a championship, as the recording of this video, Chuck is still the tallest NBA player ever to win a ring. Number 5, Slavko Vranes, 7'6". Slavko played just 1 game in the NBA. He was drafted by the New York Knicks in 2003 with the 39th pick. In his 1 game that he played, he didn't really score anything. Actually, he didn't score 1 point. So he didn't really do anything in the NBA. However, since he played 1 game in the NBA and not the G League, the actual NBA, he still counts as one of the tallest NBA players of all time. Number 4, Shawn Bradley, 7'6". Shawn was actually a very good player when he was playing in the NBA, and he was drafted as the 2nd overall pick in the 1993 NBA draft. However, he only managed to score 6,752 points, which in NBA terms is pretty low. But he did block 2,119 shots in his career, which is good for 15th all-time in blocks. He was a good role player and one of the tallest NBA players to ever play in the NBA. Number 3, Yao Ming, 7'6". Yao was an amazing NBA player at the time he was playing. He got drafted 1st overall in the 2002 draft by the Houston Rockets. He played in 8 seasons with Houston, and he played his entire career in Houston. So all his 8 seasons were spent with the Houston Rockets. And pretty fun fact about Yao's career is that he made the All-Star team in all the seasons that he played, which makes him the only player to make the All-Star team in every season of his entire career. He's also the tallest NBA player to ever make the Hall of Fame as of the recording of this video. However, injuries did get the best of Yao, which caused him just to play 8 seasons. If Yao didn't get injured, he could have been one of the greatest centers to ever live. Number 2. Manute Bol, 7'7". Manute Bol was the first African-born player to enter the NBA. Just like Sean Bradley, Manute was amazing at blocking shots. He blocked 2,086 shots in his career, good for 16th all-time in blocks. Manute is also the tallest African player to ever play in the NBA. And finally, number 1, George Mirson, 7'7". The tallest NBA player ever to play in the NBA is none other than George Mirson. He was drafted by the Washington Bullets, who are now known as the Washington Wizards. In my personal opinion, I like the name Washington Bullets way better than the Wizards. However, moving on, he was drafted in the 1993 draft and played for 7 seasons in the NBA. George was slowed down by injuries, which did cause him to only score 3,020 points and only block 455 shots in his career. Who knows how good George could have been if injuries didn't get the best of him.